Hi guys, good afternoon. My name is Keshav Chauhan and my student ID is 00192, and the topic for today is minimizing potential hazards of material and finishes for building. And the first topic is importance of material selection. So there are 7 points I have write down. So the first point is material selection is an essential aspect of the construction and design process. And the second point is the material used in construction can have a significant impact on its overall safety, durability, sustainability, and performance. And the third point is the choice of appropriate materials ensures that the building meets functional needs while minimizing potential hazards to the residents and the environmental as well. And the fourth point, furthermore, proper material selection encourage good construction practices, fewer maintenance cost, and energy efficiency. So the fifth point is the climate one. So the materials should have chosen with withstand New Zealand diverse climate, including like high rainfall and strong winds and UV exposed. The sixth one is the seismic resilience. Given the country location on the Pacific Ring of Fire, material should be selected on enhanced structural resilience of building during earthquakes. And the seventh point, the last one, is local availability. Utilizing locally sourced materials support the local economic and reduce transportation emissions. Now come the second point, it's of common hazards, material and finishes. Some common hazards, materials and finishes to be aware of New Zealand include asbestos, leaf like paints and certain types of wood and treatments containing chemicals. It is important to have a proper safety protocols while dealing with these materials, and I have write around 5 to 6 points in this. There are some common hazard materials and finishes in New Zealand. So the first one is asbestos. This mineral was widely used in construction until 1980s and can be found in older building as well. And as we can see, fiber cause like serious health issue like cancer and lungs problems. And the second point is lead-based building constructed before the 1970s may have paint containing lead, which can be harmful, especially to the children in the ingested or inhaled with. And the third one is wood treatments. Some wood treatments, such as those containing are used to protect against insects and decay. These treatments can pose health issue if not handled properly. And the fourth point is volatile organic compounds. Certain paints like advice and finishes can release VOCs, which may have short-term and long-term health effects. And the fifth one is mercury. Older building may have fluorescent light fixtures, thermostats that contain mercury, which can be toxic if released. Remember, it's crucial to take appropriate precautions and seek professional assistance which dealing with hazardous materials. Safety should be always be the top priority. So the third topic is New Zealand regulations and standards. The first point is building code. The New Zealand building code sets out minimum requirements for those design, construction and performance of the building, including regulation, materials and finishes. Second one is the Hazardous Substance and New Organism Act. This act regulation the import, use, handling and disposal of hazardous substance, including those used in materials and finishes. The third one is Environmental Protection Authority. The EPA is responsible for regulating the managing the risk associated with the audio substance, including setting standard and guidelines for their use.
You have 5 more minutes balance.
5 more. And the fourth point is consumer protection. The Consumer Guarantees Act and Fair Trading Act protect consumer for unsafe products, including materials and finishes, by ensuring they met safety standards and accurately labeled. And the fifth point is optional safety and health. WorkSafe, New Zealand sets guidelines and regulations to protect workers from exposure to hazardous material, ensure safe working environment. So these regulations and standards aim to ensure the safety of individuals, the environment, and the quality of the products in New Zealand. It's important to be aware of the guidelines and comply with them to maintain safety and well-being. So another point is step for assessing materials hazards. So it has around 10 points. So the first point is identifying the materials. The first one is determine the specific materials you are working with or are exposed to. And the second one is gather information about the potential hazards associated with the materials. Check the safety data sheets, we have to check that, or consult relevant resources. The third one is access exposure routes, identifying how you may come into contact with the materials, such as inhalation, skin contact, or injection. So fourth one is evaluate toxicity, determine the potential health effects on the materials, including acute and chronic toxicity. So the fifth point is consider flammability and reactivity. Assess it is the materials are flammable, explosive, or reactive with other substance. And the sixth point is review safety controls. Evaluate existing controls in place to minimize hazards such as ventilation, personal protective equipment like PPE, or engineering controls. So seventh one is determine risk levels, assess the likelihood and severity of potential harm from the materials.
2 more minutes balance.
And the eighth one is implement control measure, take steps to minimize or eliminate the hazards such as substituting materials, implementing safe work practices, or providing appropriate PPE. Monitoring and review. Regularly monitor the effectiveness of control measures and update them as needed. Last point, train and educate. Ensure that workers are trained on the hazards associated with, like we have trained about the health safety. We know what are the health safety and materials and what are the power producers. So remember, it's always important to consult with experts or professionals when assessing material in hazard to ensure accuracy and compliance with regulation, and always we stay safe. So this is the conclusion. Last one. Material determination is a vital part of the development since its impact as it were. The potential risk posed by unsafe material highlight the requirement of conducting comprehensive material and choice handle that's guided by nearby legislation and measures. And the last one is development experts can offer assistance to make building that are not as it were useful, but to secure for all partners by secure and sustainable materials. Thank you.
Question and answer session.
Yes, sir.
Related to safety
Yes, sir.
in a construction project.
Yes, sir.
Whose responsibility is safety?
So safety is our own responsibility, and the workers as well who are working on the construction site. So first of all, we know what are the health and safety materials. Like New Zealand, it is most important thing. So like safety boots we have to wear, or the jackets, and like we have to put the signboards as well in the construction side on the when we are doing all the things. We have to know what are these type of things. We have to know.
Related to sustainable material.
Yes, sir.
In New Zealand, which one is the best? And
So,
what are the materials?
so materials like wood and whatever the things are being left, like the wood and cements, these are the sustainable materials.
Why you think that wood is sustainable material and how it?
So it's a sustainable material because it uses in every construction site.
What does it mean by sustainable?
So-
And explain.
So sustainable is like whatever the thing we have to need in the construction site.
If you found hazardous material around you when you're working,
Yes, sir.
so what's the first step and afterwards consequential actions?
So if I found any hazards in my site, first of all I will complain to the whoever is my senior, like, and I will report him, and he is the one who will take any action regarding that, and I have to supposed to give any whatever the information is about, and after that whatever my senior will tell me I will do that.
Do you think New Zealand regulations
Yes.
has an effect on improving the safety in the construction site, and how it is improving?
I think yes, New Zealand day by day is improving, because if you can see the graph of the health safety, the people are getting less injuries day by day. So I think yes, people are getting good health and safety knowledge more and more.
Yeah, in case New Zealand Health and Safety Acts breached, what are the consequential actions?
Sorry, sir.
If the New Zealand Safety Act and regulations breached by a person in a construction site, what will be the action will be taken?
So breach means
Breach means against, you will not follow.
okay.
You will not follow the
Health and safety
act.
rules.
Yes. What are the?
So I think if I can't, I'm not using the health and safety priority. So they are, I think they will take a strict action against me, and I think I can get the job of that. They straight away, give a resign to me, and these are the steps they will do.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.